Hypergamy never dies. Women will always seek out the highest value male that she can possibly get. Okay? She's wired to do it, guys. It's just the way it is. The only time a woman will keep her hypergamy at bay, and when I say at bay, I really mean at bay, right? It's still gonna be there, but she's gonna keep it at bay, is when she's with a guy that she can trust to be a man. When she's with a guy that she feels is the highest value male that she could possibly get, at least at this point in time in her life, she is not going to exercise her hypergamy, right? And generally, this is going to be a guy that she respects more than she loves, okay? And I've said this over and over and over. I've told you guys this. I think I'm the only pickup artist and red pill, whatever you want to call me, red pill coach, guru, whatever, out there that has actually said this, that the woman must respect you more than she loves you in order for her to not exercise her open hypergamy. Okay, because when the woman loves you more than she respects you, she's going to exercise it, okay? She's going to act hypergamous. She's going to be going out there, dressing to the nines, even just for work, even just going to the grocery store, and you might be thinking, babe, whew, why you dress so nice? You're just going out to get milk, right? This is because she wants to keep her options open. Because as a woman, she knows, like, hey, I never know when I'm going to meet the next high value male. It could be at the grocery store. It could be while I'm just getting milk out here. I better make sure I'm ready, right? Better make sure I'm ready. So understand, when it comes to women, man, doesn't matter if you're in an LTR with this girl. Doesn't matter if you've married her, you've had kids with her. Understand this. Hypergamy never dies, and it never will. Okay? At best, like I said, you can keep it at bay, right? You can keep it at bay. I mean, even using myself as an example, the girls in my dating rotation right now, right? They're free to do whatever they want, right? Because I've voluntarily chosen not to enter an LTR or any type of monogamous relationship with any of them right now. It's just not what I'm looking for. I'm just too busy. I've got too much going on, and I don't really want the responsibility of a relationship right now, right? But a lot of these girls are choosing not to date anyone else. I'm not telling them to do that. I'm telling them, hey, if you meet a high value guy, go for it, right? I don't want to keep them from it because I want to be fair. Right? I don't want to live with the guilt that I was trying to be selfish and keep them all for myself, and then they passed up a great guy and I didn't end up committing to them. I don't want that on my conscience. So I'm like, I know these girls have a limited shelf life, right? Unlike us guys, we could just go on and on. Really, we can, right? They have a limited shelf life. So I'm like, hey, I'm choosing not to commit to you. If you want to go out there and find yourself a high value guy, and you do, go for it, right? But it's weird, the fact that I'm telling these girls to do that, they're not doing it, right? And who knows, maybe they could be doing shit behind my back. I don't know, right? But for the most part, they're all pretty honest, and usually they tell me. They tell me about guys who approach them. They tell me about, guys at work. They tell me about guys at their gym. It's, they always have funny stories. But a lot of them are like choosing not to exercise their hypergamy, right? They're pretty much keeping it at bay because they don't want to screw up their chances with me. They're thinking that, oh, if I go out with some other guy, he's not going to want me anymore. Which is somewhat true. It's somewhat true, because as much as I tell these girls to go out and find a high value guy, I mean, if they were to start having sex with other guys, it would cause me to lose interest, right? Because it's just the way I am, right? But a lot of them keep it at bay, right? Waiting to see what I do. And if I cut them off, then they're just going to go back out there and they're going to continue to exercise their hypergamy. They're going to continue to try to get the highest value male that they can. I mentioned I cut off one girl not that long ago, maybe a couple months ago now. And she knows, like, she tried to hang on, and she actually tried to come back, and she was texting me and stuff. And, and I responded to her texts just because I didn't want any bad feelings. But I let her know, like, hey, you know what? Yeah, it's not going to work, and just go ahead and move on. We could be friends, but I'm not going to hold it against you, and I don't want to get back together. Yeah, I don't want to date anymore. even after telling her that, it took another month for her to be like, okay, I guess he's not coming back. And now she's gotten back out there, right? And she's like a hot girl, so she doesn't need me. But she's gotten back out there, and of course, tons of beta orbiters are throwing themselves at her. But, you know, she's fielding her options, and I don't blame her, right? But, I mean, at the end of the day, women are just hypergamous by nature, and they're always going to try to seek out the highest value male that they could possibly get, you know, whether it's you or somebody else, okay? Even when you're just dating these girls, I mean, you could just recently started dating a girl. She will still keep her options open until she knows for sure that you're the guy that she's going to commit to, that you're the guy that she's going to be like, okay, I'm going to get into a LTR with this guy. I'm going to, you know, become his girlfriend. Before all that is said, she's going to be like, okay, let me make sure. Let me see if there are any more options that I need to kind of explore before I lock myself down with this guy. And even after she locks herself down with you, say she chooses you, she enters a relationship with you, and she becomes your girlfriend, believe me, that entire time she's your girlfriend, she's still going to be wondering, like, could I have done better? Right? And I forget which comedian it was. It might have been Chris Rock, who says that your woman, like if your woman ever just like looks at you without saying nothing. Yeah, it was Chris Rock then. Yeah, he said if your woman looks at you without saying nothing and she just stares at you, it's because she's wondering if she could have done better, right? He's pretty dead on about that, right? She's going to be wondering if she could have done better. You know, unfortunately for most guys, you know, the answer is she could have done better. You know, just because so many guys these days have been indoctrinated by all this feminism and these SJW values and just this leftist culture that has encouraged guys to play down their masculinity, suppress who they are, and just filter themselves through the lens of feminism where they can't be themselves anymore and they're afraid to speak out. They're no longer able to just be men anymore, right? They're just no longer able to act like men or be masculine without apologizing for it. And this is the great thing about all this red pill knowledge is it's the only antidote you have as a man to reverse all of that brainwashing, all of that indoctrination. Really, the red pill is your only antidote for that. It's your only answer. I'm just glad that more and more men are gravitating towards it. I mean, it still saddens me when I get male haters who hate on it, or they take it the wrong way and like, oh, this is like hating women, mister. This is so sexist and this is so misogynistic. And it's like, dude, you're seeing the surface of this, okay? It's like these guys are so like they have like such surface level thinking. It's insane. It's like, dude, you can't see beyond the surface. You can't see what's going on. You can't see what the red pill is all about, right? And even those guys, sooner or later, they end up coming to the red pill. Even, I mean, I don't know how many haters I've had that have like come back months later, some of them even years later, and have wrote me an apology and said sorry. And like, wow, dude, you were completely right. And it's always because they ended up in a relationship with a girl that they really loved, they really cared about, that jacked his ass up, that totally screwed him over. And then they realized I was right. Right? And that's why I always like joke with people. It's like, you know, soon you will call me master. Right? Because they always end up coming back. Like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You were right. I called you all these names. I was like, yeah, you with the rings. You know, and you were so right. You know, and it's like, it's okay. Now that you've seen the light, right? Just remember what I tell you guys. You know, hypergamy never dies. So if you just met a girl that you really like, if you just entered a relationship with a girl you really like, or if you're in a relationship with a girl that you really like, right? Or if you're married to a girl that you really like, don't forget, she is a woman. And as a woman, she is biologically wired to be hypergamous, okay? And she will always be this way. You cannot pull the plug on that shit, okay? All you can do, the best thing that you can do is get her to contain it. Right? To get her to keep it at bay and not exercise her hypergamy, especially if she's good looking. Okay? Especially if she's good looking, because if she's good looking, you know, if she's at least even like a 7, right? Or even close to a 7, say a 6.5, because a 6.5 can still be cute, right? She doesn't have to be a supermodel. I mean, 6.5, she could be like a little pudgy, maybe about 10, 15 pounds overweight, but she could have a really pretty face. She could have a really beautiful face, right? She's gonna be getting hit up on, right? Dudes at her work, dudes at the gym, while she's out there shopping, dudes are gonna still hit this chick up. She's gonna, she's still gonna get guys checking her out. Really, it's up to the way she feels about you as a man. That's gonna keep that shit at bay. That's gonna keep her from exercising her open hypergamy on your ass, right? If she's in a relationship with you and she can trust you to be a man and you're leading that relationship and you're showing her that you are not making her the priority or the star of your movie, but you are the star of your own movie, okay? And your goals, your dreams, your aspirations are your priority, not her, okay? If you're showing her these things and you're demonstrating that, she will respect you, right? Again, she needs to respect you more than she loves you, right? She needs to respect you more than she loves you. And even when you're making yourself the priority, I'm going to tell you right now, she's going to shit test you, okay? She's going to shit test you. I get that all the time from the girls I'm seeing, right? They constantly shit test me. It's like, hey, you haven't texted me in 3 days. What do you expect? You can't treat people like this and blah, blah, blah. And I tell them, I'm like, hey, I'm not doing this on purpose. I'm busy. You know I am. I'm running my business, okay? I'm doing what I need to do, or I'm taking care of my dogs. I'm taking care of my family, right? I need you to be understanding and I need you to cut it, okay? If you're not going to help the relationship, if you're not helping the relationship, you're hurting the relationship. And right now you're hurting the relationship, girl. I tell them, I let them know, right? I stand my ground. I don't kowtow and like, oh, I'm sorry, I haven't texted you in a few days. You're totally right. It's total dickhead behavior. Oh my gosh. Okay, from now on, I'm going to make sure I text you at least once a day. Even when they ask me to compromise, like, oh, can't you at least you could at least return my text just to say, yeah, you're still alive. Yeah, literally one of the girls that I'm seeing right now actually said that. I'm like, and I said, you know what? I can't change who I am. And I tell each one of these girls, I can't change who I am. This is who I am. This is who you met. This is who you fell for. This is who you wanted to date. Okay? I can't change who I am, and it doesn't mean I don't care about you any more or any less, right? It's just that I'm busy and I need you to understand that. I need you to have my back, right? I always throw it back on them. I'm like, hey, I need you to have my back. I need to know that you're with me and you're not against me. Okay? Are you on my team or not? Right? I always put it back on them. I don't sit there and compromise. I don't sit there and, validate them. I let them know, like, hey, I'm on my path and purpose. These are the things that I need to do. And if you're going to date me, I need you to be behind me. Okay? I need you to support me. Right? And vice versa. I tell them, hey, if you were on your own, if you had some goals or aspirations yourself that you're chasing after, I wouldn't be poison dripping you like, hey, I'm still here. I haven't heard from you in a few days. I wouldn't be poison dripping you. I'd just say, hey, that's great. Let me know if there's something I can do. Like, what can I do to help you? Right? And I tell them, I need that from you. And because I come at them like that, it's like instant respect. Okay? But most guys, they don't do that in their relationship. Most guys, they give in to their girls. They're like, oh yeah, you're right. I'm sorry, babe. They start apologizing. And what have I told you guys about apologizing? Never, ever apologize to a woman. All she's going to see that as is weakness, right? Never freaking apologize. Okay? There's other ways to say you're sorry, but just never apologize. When it comes down to it, just understand that if she's female, she's hypergamous. And you can't change that. I can't change that. And even she can't change that. The best thing you can do, the most you can do, is keep that shit at bay. And the way you keep that shit at bay, or get her to keep that shit at bay, is by doing what you need to do as a man. Okay? By staying on your path and purpose, by keeping yourself the priority in your life, by making yourself number one and not her. Right? That's the way that you do that. To the point where she respects you more than she loves you. And she's not going to be going out there dressing to the nines, friggin' doing her hair or nails every time she steps out of the house, flaunting her boobs. She's not gonna be doing that shit. Instead, she's just gonna be like, if she needs to go get milk at the grocery store, she's gonna put on her sweats or something, or she's gonna put on a coat. She's not gonna, put on a dress or a crop top with her, with her tits hanging out. She's just not gonna do that. She's not gonna wear her heels. She's just not gonna do those things. All right, so I'm gonna wrap up here. Until next time, this is M from the 33 Secrets. Don't forget to smash that like button. Also, hit that notification bell so that you are notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on YouTube. More importantly, guys, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. Okay, I really, really appreciate it if you guys would subscribe, because lately YouTube's been doing a lot of funky things and I've been getting a lot of messages from you guys that YouTube unsubscribed you from my channel. So make sure that you're still subscribed to my channel first of all. And for you guys who aren't, please subscribe to my channel, because you know what? You need this type of education. This is the type of stuff that you did not learn in school. This is a type of red pill knowledge that you did not learn from parents, teachers, or society. This is why you must subscribe. And not only should you subscribe, but you should also encourage your buddies, your male friends, to subscribe to my channel as well, so they could go on this red pill journey with you. Okay? And for you guys who want to support my work and support all of this red pill content that I'm teaching guys even further, the best way to do that is by jumping into my monthly online coaching program, 7 Months to Mastery, where I'm teaching guys just like you how to go out there and approach and close the youngest, hottest, and most beautiful looking women on the planet. I'm talking 8s, 9s, and 10s, the same exact type of women that myself and my students are out there approaching and closing every single week. And believe me when I tell you, we're doing this every single week. I'm one of the top pickup artists in the world. Okay, I've been doing this my entire adult life. I have thousands of successful students around the world. A lot of these guys have actually met their dream girl and married that woman and have already had a family. And a lot of these guys have sent me their wedding photos. They've sent me pictures of their children. It's really, really kind of just kind of weird to see. But a lot of these guys, this is where they started. They started my program. They started in 7 Months to Mastery, and now they've just gone on to great success. Some of these guys have, just surpassed me, right? Which I'm really, really happy about. So if you want to learn this stuff, guys, hey, again, they did not teach you this stuff in school. Sadly, school doesn't teach you this stuff, but guess what? I do. All right. So that is the absolute best way to support my work, is by jumping into 7 Months of Mastery, and you're going to gain a ton of value from it. Okay, you're going to gain a ton of value from it, especially for that very first month, because the first month is only $1. Okay, so the first month is only $1 for the entire first month of coaching lessons, and that's just so you can check it out without making some crazy investment. It's only $1 because I want you to see for yourself that this stuff works. Okay, so if you want to get into 7 Months of Mastery, all you need to do is click that link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you could get signed up right now. It only takes 2 seconds. So do that now, and I will see you in my next coaching video.